You may have come to Nashville and realized, wow, there's a Parthenon here. Well, this is the replica of the Parthenon that you can find in Athens, Greece. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the details on how Nashville got this incredible looking building that has Greek revival architecture as the main theme. So, we have a lot to learn. Let's go around the facility and really figure out why Nashville got a Parthenon and why we're the only city in the world that has a full-scale replica of this building. The Parthenon is located at Centennial Park. How did Centennial Park get here? Well, the state of Tennessee was having their 100th celebration as a state. The state of Tennessee became the 16th state in 1796 and was supposed to have their celebration in 1896. They were drinking a little bit too much whiskey because this was before Prohibition that happened in 1909 here in the state of Tennessee. So technically, to celebrate the 100th anniversary, this park did not open until 1897. But what was really fascinating is on the inside there's a timeline of this park. And one thing that you can see is this park was covered in different world wonders and different structures, like the Capitol in Washington, D.C. There was a bridge over here from Venice, Italy. They had gondolas. They had a lot of different attractions. And then from Paris, Tennessee, they had an Eiffel Tower here. There was just so many things happening at this park. Guess what? In that year, in 1897, 3 million people came and visited Nashville. That was before public transit was really a thing. Most of those people arrived by train. Back on the other side of the park, you have HCA, that's Hospital Corporation of America, that's their headquarters. And that actually used to be a train depot where passenger trains would come into Nashville. They would use the turntables for the trains to turn the trains around, and they would come into this beautiful park that's over 100 acres. I believe this is 109 acres, just throwing that fact from the top of my head. Somebody fact check me in the comments. You go to Wikipedia, you can find it. All right, I said 109 acres. This is actually 132 acres. So yes, I'm fact checking myself in this video. But what's here today? You have this lake named after a lake that's found in North Carolina, Lake Watauga. You have about a 1 mile sidewalk around the facility. If you walk around it twice, it's 1 mile exactly. On the other side, you have the Great Lawn. They just redid that in the last few years to help with flood management. And on the inside, there's also a 43-foot statue of Athena. And in her right hand, she's holding a 6-foot statue of Nike. So on the weekends, this park is extremely busy. There is a couple stands here that serve snow cones and Italian ice on the weekends, but the thing that this park is really missing is an actual concession stand that serves coffee, sodas, cold waters, and a few other things. So comment below what type of concessions would you like to see at this park. Let's go see other parts of it. So you may be walking around the park and you see this giant memorial. This memorial is for James Robinson, the founder of Nashville. He came from East Tennessee to settle this area. He came here, he planted some corn, and then he went back to East Tennessee, and then he ended up coming back here. Joining him a little bit later was John Donaldson of over 200 people that traveled by Cumberland River. So they literally took a boat to get here. And they were the settlers of Nashville. They had a fort called Fort Nash Borough in downtown Nashville, which we have talked about on this page a lot. You can learn more about James Robinson and what they did in that video. But this is the memorial to James Robinson and his family. Did you know that the state of Tennessee was actually the 36th state to vote yes on the 19th Amendment? The 19th Amendment granted the right for women to vote here in the United States. They went through the vote in the General Assembly 2 times. The first time it was tied. The second time, one of the people that voted no said yes. What's really interesting is that individual, he got a telegram in the morning from his mom saying, "Be a good boy." And he ended up changing his vote last minute on the second reading of this law. And because of the state of Tennessee and what he did, women gained the right to vote here in the United States. So there's a memorial here talking about the suffragettes and their experiences here in Nashville. This is the Parthenon, the only replica that you can find in the world that has the heaviest bronze doors in the world, and it's in a town called Nashville, which is kind of crazy. But one of the nicknames of Nashville is Athens of the South. Part of the reason for that is because of universities and other places like Vanderbilt. I'm Stuart Deming of XPLR.NASH. Thank you for exploring with us.